A Gabriel Watson asks, which books, pictures, and/or paintings inspired you the most to compose epic music? That's a pretty good question.
All my inspiration comes from, like, you know, easy, simple things like going outside and taking a walk, and just, like, I'll get my best ideas just from being outside, or like riding my bike or hiking, and I'll come back singing those melodies, and I'll just play it on the keyboard and it'll be done.
That's interesting.
And so not much of it is actually written on here.
So
it's all written while I take a walk, and it's in my head playing.
So it's more like everyday life and nature inspires you rather than
just
someone else's art or
listening,
painting
like
or writing.
Like, I mean, I'm really, really inspired by, like, things going on in the world that most people would think are crazy, like extraterrestrial presence, conspiracy theories, all these, you know, ancient discoveries and the mysteries and the unanswered questions that I think are really coming to, you know, to the head now. That stuff I eat up every day.
Sure.
And that's definitely inspiration for the song titles, for the art of the album, and every song title has a meaning. You know, it's just instrumental music, but I try to put in, you know, what I'm trying to get across through the music. Yeah. But otherwise, as far as writing, it's literally like, I don't listen to music, and there's just constantly music playing in my head, and I just try to let that, you know, exercise that and let it constantly play, and I just go around the house and sing. And I probably look like a crazy person, but I sing to the cat or to the, you know, to outside. But it's letting the, you know, whatever is coming in, just listening to it and kind of have a relationship with it.
I'm going to elaborate on this question, actually, if that's okay. Well, he also asked, what elements make your music so universal that different movies can utilize it to immerse someone in their universe? So I'm going to elaborate on the question, and for those of you out there who don't know me, I work at Position Music, and I've also been friends with Danny for quite some time, and he and I will go on long hikes together, and we start talking about some really weird shit. And if it's okay, I want to, like, talk about that a little more, because I feel like that is an inspiration for you, at least it seems so, in knowing you, that some of the strange things we talk about, some of those conspiracy theories and aliens and stuff, and just being in tune with sort of a deeper level of energy on this planet, rather than just normal everyday stuff, you know.
The normal everyday
I find that fascinating about you as a composer, anyway, compared to some of the other composers I work with. You know, everybody's got their own sources of inspiration, but I feel like yours is rather unusual, and I think our fans would enjoy hearing about that, if you don't mind talking about it a little bit.
Well, I think one really big thing that happened to me that has become my constant, like, go back to, as far as, like, why I'm here, why I'm alive. I had stage 4 testicular cancer while I was in a band, and we were making a record, and it was, you know, it was going to be a good thing, and ended up getting cancer and doing treatment for a year. Just barely squeezed through, and I'm 9 years, you know, remission today. But that experience, I was already open up to, you know, the other side, I guess you could call it. But that experience, and volunteering in the hospital after, and being there with people that, you know, I became close with that passed away from their battle with cancer, just opened up a completely different viewpoint of life for me. So, and all the weird things that come along with it, like ghosts and aliens and spirits, or trees, everything having energy, every animal has a soul and a spirit, and higher worlds, and these things that I spend more time thinking about that, you know, than
anything else.
Like, the music is like kind of a byproduct that I try not to even think about the music now. I just kind of do it, and then think about it after.
Sure.
But that stuff is, you know, where my brain is kind of at all day.
Yeah, I just think it's a good place to draw your inspiration from. And as a composer and musician myself, and also being aware of those different layers of energy out there, like, I can relate, and I think it's rather special, so I wanted to share it.
That's cool. Well, there's one weird thing I have too that I've had since I was a kid that I didn't know was a thing. That's called synesthesia. That every time I would hear music, I would see intense color in my head, and every chord on guitar would be green or blue, and I would write that way. So I still write, and it looks, when I'm seeing it in my head, it's a painting that's visual. Moving. And then so every, like, letter and number and day of the week all has a color too. And I didn't realize that's like a thing.
It is, yeah.
But that is...
Or like when you meditate, you imagine different colors.
Yeah, like I see geometries that are moving and color changing and stuff. But with the music, it's, oh, that's too red, or this song, you know, I'm thinking in weird terms. Yeah, and like, the energy, or it's pulsing low and a weird brown. It needs to be, you know, up and more purple.
Yeah.
It's like hard to describe that to people, but
yeah,
it's kind of how I see it all.
Well, and that's unique to your own style too, so and it works for you, you know.
It's a good purple track, bro.